All right, hello everybody. It's Laura Ward, and I am going to teach some more space stuff. And I'm going to teach, I've got a Zoom room here with one person. Yay, Terry! I'm going to teach first the dimensional cross of axis scale. So this is an octahedron. In the dimensional cross of axis, we have the vertical axis, which is going up, down. We have the horizontal axis, which is going side, side. And then we have the sagittal axis, which is going front, back. So that hits our 6 points of the octahedron, which then has 8 faces, right? So let's just play with each of those dimensions first. So vertical is up and down. So when I'm talking about the vertical dimension, I am moving through the vertical dimension here. If I switch it to the other side of my body, I'm still moving in the vertical dimension. This is obviously, I am a three-dimensional human, but for the sake of Laban space theory, this is the vertical dimension, movement in the vertical dimension. I could also say that this is one way of looking at it. This is a dimension, vertical dimension. So I have that up and downness. Horizontal dimension, side, side. Sagittal dimension, forward, backward. All done with a kitty toy. All right, so let's make it exciting. And there are 2 sleeping cats in here. We're going to do the whole scale together. So we're going to start, I'm starting with my right hand. Inhale up and exhale down. Then you're going to come into center, cross over. Try to keep your hips square to the front, and then open wide, side, side. Then we're going to go to the sagittal, taking it backwards, 1 step back, that's it, and then stepping forward. Exactly. And then coming in, switching it to the other side. Vertical, up and down. Horizontal, side across, side open. Sagittal, backwards and forwards. So when you're doing sagittal, you want to try and keep your hips facing front. So if I move back and my hips are facing front, then I'm still in sagittal. If I shift, then I'm actually have my arm out to the side, right? So we want that spiral in our upper body so that you're not just moving sideways, but you're really getting behind your body. That's the best way to put that. All right, so let's do it again. We have up and down, vertical, side across, side open, horizontal, backwards and forwards, sagittal, other side, up and down, place high, place low, vertical, side across and side open, horizontal, backwards and forwards, sagittal. One more time on each side, up and down, crossing over, opening wide in the horizontal, taking it backwards and forwards in the sagittal. Other side, place high, place low in the vertical, side across, side open in the horizontal, taking it backwards and forwards in the sagittal. So I talk about these things, for me, the vertical, and also in the Laban work, but this is very much about me. As I'm gesturing in the vertical dimension, I am indicating myself. The horizontal, the side side, is very much the we. Oh, there's my friend. There's my friend. If I'm like standing next to someone, we're looking at the world together. We're in a we relationship. So like if we're driving in the car, we're both seeing the forward world together. It's a lot easier to have a conversation than if I'm facing you. So when we're like this, it's a little bit, it can be more confrontational, or let's say there's more possibility for tension. When we're next to each other, it's more like, oh, okay, yeah, do you see what I'm seeing? Yes. Like, think about the boss and employee relationship. Boss is there at their big, huge desk, employees standing in front of them. Like, there's this blockade, and now let me ask you for something. Whereas if I'm sitting next to you, it's going to be a different thing. Oh, do you think we could do this? Or can I have that? Or whatever it is that you want. So just thinking about those ways when you're on a walk together with someone, you're going to have a different relationship. You're both moving forward in space together than if you're seated across from each other. So sometimes actually when me and my boyfriend go out to eat, we sit next to each other so that we can talk and see the world together. Sometimes we sit across, but just paying attention to that. So this is very much the vertical, the I am. This is the horizontal, the we are. The sagittal, to me, is very much about your will. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to do something. I'm moving forward with that. I'm going to take a step back. I'm moving away from that. We can take this into our bodies. Let's say you have a project and it's something you really want to do, but maybe there's some things about it. Like, are you ready to move forward with that project, or do you need to step back with that project? Are you ready to move forward with that relationship, or do you need to step a little bit away from that relationship? Or maybe you need to just hang out in the middle and feel, do I feel the pull forward? Do I feel repelled? Do I need to get back? So it's a great way of decision making by listening to your body. You go, here I am. I'm in my body. Do I want to go to dinner with so and so tonight? I mean, this is a simple one. Maybe not. I kind of feel like I want to stay home. But maybe some part of me is pulling forward, like, oh, my heart, I want to go. I want to see my friend, right? My gut says, no, don't go. My heart says, yes. And my mind says, okay. So, I mean, not that your whole body has to be in alignment, but you can use, how does it feel in my body? Where do I feel it in my body to make decisions about, am I going to move forward? Am I going to move back? Also, like, you can find balance with those things. Like, for our brains, finding balance with the side. Like, I'm right dominant in my upper body. In my lower body, I'm actually not right or left dominant. Both sides can do about the same stuff equally. So, but when I move through and balance out my body with these scales, I'm balancing out my body mind, right? And yeah, we can take it like, can I balance on one leg? Can I balance on the other? And how is my balance when I am trying to balance with this sagittal relationship, forward, backward? Or how if I try to balance in this side, right? Just letting yourself play with space so that you can negotiate it with more wisdom, more intelligence, and play with the things that are coming up. So we just did the octahedron, and I'm going to go with